Hi folks, it's Mr. Rinaldi again. I just want to show you how to do a few quick things that are really going to improve the efficiency of how you create your projects and how you get them back to me. This is all in the interest of having to only do projects once, having to save them once, and having to send them over once. We've been having a lot of issues where people having compressed folders, haven't included things in the folders. So I'm going to go through all that and just kind of give you some general organizational tactics. The organizational tactic first that I want to talk about is right here. Let's go in for a little closer look to that. If you look right here, I've created a folder on my desktop that just says Audio Engineering. So that's the name of this course. I suggest that you guys do the same thing, and it might help to do it with all of your courses. So inside this folder is what they call a file tree. It's just folders within folders within folders, keeping everything separated so that you know exactly where each thing is, and each file is in the place that it's supposed to be. So if I go into section 1, first of all, let me back up for a second. There's 5 sections because we have 5 sections within this course, 5 sections of study. If I go into one of the sections, I have a document for each assignment that gets handed in, and one assignment that doesn't, just my general notes that I'm keeping regarding this. Now, if you look really closely, what's something that you notice about all of these file names? I'll give you 3 seconds. 2, 1. Figure it out yet? Well, hopefully you notice that my last name as the author of this assignment is on each file. It's the last thing on the file. And I suggest that you guys always do that too. Include in the file name the name of the assignment and your last name, or your first initial and last name, or first and last name. Anything identifying that lets me know who the project belongs to. So this is all really helpful, and it's going to help you as we progress through this quarter. So that's enough about that. I'm going to open up a project and show you guys the 2 acceptable ways that I will accept a project. I already had it open. Look at me making a mess on my computer. So here's my project. Let's say that I've met all the requirements. I've added whatever I had to add, and I want to save it. So I can save project as. This is the way I'd really like you to do this. Save project. Put your name on it. My name's already on this right here. I could always add it again down here, but for time's sake, I'll just say save, and that's good. So now, in this folder that I opened up, which is right here, I'm going to take that, I'm going to move it to where it goes in my file tree. So it's from section 1. Oops. Got to close the folder first. Let's try that again. Wonderful. Alright, so I have my project now. Oops, not that one. I just put it in the wrong spot. I want to take this folder here, this whole project folder. I want to put that in my project 1B. So let me retitle that so we can keep up with the organization of everything. And that's in there. So if I go in there now, I can see my project. Now from here, I want to zip this down. I want to compress it and make it a smaller file so I can upload it to the Dropbox, and that the instructor can later download it from the Dropbox, unzip it, and view the folder and its contents in its entirety. So to do that real easy, I'll do it one step at a time. So I go to my folder that I want, assignment 1B with my last name attached to it, and in your case, your last name attached to it. I'm going to right click on it. I'm going to go to Send to Compressed Zip Folder. Takes a minute. It's compressing all the data, and this is just telling my computer, or what it's going to do is tell the computer to borrow some data that's already stored on pretty much every computer, and that way we don't have to send that data, just the data that's important to the project. And it zips it down and creates a new folder with a little zipper on it. So if you look real close in there, you can tell which one's zipped. It has a zipper. And if we go over, you can see that it says compressed zipped folder, as opposed to the previous one, which is just a file folder. And that's what you can upload to the Dropbox, this one right here. The other way you could do this, and this is not the preferable way, so if I go back to my project and open it up one more time, I can export it. So to do that, I want to make sure everything's good, that it looks the way I want it to, that nothing's muted, otherwise it'll get sent out that way. It'll get exported. And this is changing it into a listenable format. A format that we can play in iTunes or Windows Media Player. I did that a little too fast. Let me try that again. File, export. Remember to put your name as the file extension. And that looks pretty good. It's going to go to my same folder. These are my locations. And down here, this is the part you want to look at. The file type, save as type. Here are some good ones. AIFF, WAV, MP3, even FLAC. I'll deal with that. Things I'd like you to avoid sending me. M4A, also known as AAC or MP4. AC3, AMR, WMA. Anything with FFmpeg attached to it, do not send me that file. We're going to have trouble opening it. What files do we not want to use? FFmpeg. What do we want to use? WAV, AIFF, or MP3. Any of those. I'm going to leave it as WAV file. Save, hit OK, and it's going to export all this data as a new type of file. And that's how you take care of that, folks. So hopefully that makes your next project or some of your past due projects a little more easy, and it's not such a struggle to get them turned in and graded. And thanks for watching, and back to you, Mr. McCracken.